Hi guys, I'm back. It's Jessica Maan with Libra Scales TV. And today I just kind of wanted to touch on fake friends because being in the organization, you're guaranteed to have a fake friend or two. Number one, your conditional relationships will always be just that. With your friends, your family, everything will be conditional because the moment that you decide it isn't for you or that even you just need a break, they're not going to understand that and they're going to cut you completely off. There have been people that have unalived themselves. I can't say that word on YouTube, but they have unalived themselves because of the stress and the mental damage that Jehovah Witnesses have caused to people, because what we don't speak about is the mental abuse and the mental entrapment that Jehovah Witnesses go through. And it's just strictly out of fear. But they teach you that fear is not of God. That's another video. Trust me, we'll be coming back to that in another video. But today we're going to talk about fake friends. I have a little story time I could mix in here too. But the people at the Kingdom Hall are not genuine people that you really are getting to know. You're getting to know them how they feel like a Jehovah Witness should present themselves. Like it's a guaranteed facade. Nobody's like that. Nobody's like that. And like there's people in the congregation, I'm sure, like marriages and things that are totally completely dissolved, but they have to go and pretend every week, every other day, that everything is okay. So like, and not only do fake friendships damage you, but it teaches you how not to form friendships, or like how to not be a friend. Like I'm still learning how to be a good friend as an adult, you know. And also I'm an empath too, so I take on a lot of people's emotions. So sometimes I don't want to be around people and they take that as um you know, a bad thing, and I really don't care because the people that really know me and understand me understand me. So, but the fake friendships, they don't allow you to be yourself. You have this persona that you actually have to keep up. They have no personality. Um, like I spoke in the video before, they don't have any thoughts of their own, no critical thinking skills. Their critical thinking is basically a review at the end of the Watchtower magazine. I don't know if they do that anymore, but there was like a little review, and it's like a three or four question review, and they call that the critical thinking box. And I'm like, no, this is a very simple, mediocre, remedial ass review. You can answer all four of these questions in like 30 seconds. It's not critical thinking at all. That's not what I would call that. But fake friendships. So the girls in the Kingdom Hall, they had identity issues. They were whores, and my mom wanted me to hang with them. And you know, like you don't have the heart to tell. Like I went to school with them, and they're coming to school with hickeys on their neck. I think I was the last virgin that I knew of in that congregation. But nobody would have ever thought that, because I was the standoffish one in the corner, the little weird, creepy, mysterious one that never says anything to any, you know. Of course I had to be up to no good, right? I was, you know, smoking a little oregano every now and then, you know. But I mean, nothing compared to what they were doing. Once I did open up and got to know them, I'm looking at them like my parents would not want me to hang with you, girl. But I don't have any other friends, and they're not gonna believe me anyway, so hey. But yeah, it was real extreme. And then all of a sudden, I guess I can throw in a little story time here. I was friends with this girl. All of a sudden we weren't friends, as girls tend to do. And I don't know for what reason we fell out. It was so stupid, I have no clue. But she just started treating me really weird at the Kingdom Hall. And I was always about it. I've always been about it. I've always, I'm now that I'm older and I have a lot more to lose. Okay, I'm chill now because I have a lot more to lose. But as a child, no, I didn't care. But the only thing is she would taunt me and like do certain things after we fell out while we were at the Kingdom Hall. When I can't do anything to you. Our parents are here. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. So one day, me and my friend Sarah saw her at Walmart. Sarah was also Jehovah's Witness, but she was also kind of standoffish too. And so me and Sarah clicked. And so we saw her, and I told her, I was like, Sarah, I wanna beat her ass. I wanna beat her ass. She was like, okay. I was like, I'm gonna go outside. She was like, okay, go outside. And when she walks out, she's like, I'm going to stay inside the store. And when she walks out, I'm going to tell you when she's in the, when she's going through the checkout, when she's checking out. And so she was like following her around the store. She was following her around the store. And so she comes outside and, she sees I couldn't contain myself because she had been like taunting me for so long to the point where when I saw her, I just started yelling like yeah, like what is it, like a crazy lady in the parking lot. And so like she like gives me the middle finger and she's like turning it around in a circle or whatever. I don't know what she called herself doing, but she was walking really fast on her tiptoes to that car. That's what she was doing. She was tiptoeing real fast to that car. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta get her I gotta get her. So like when I got up on the car to, like she just got in the car and just shut the door. And then her friend was more about it than her. I was like, okay, well girl, you can get out the car too. Like, get out the car too. But then she just ended up just shutting the door and then they took off. So we took off after. Sarah was a rider. So we took off after them, followed her all the way home. And where we made a mistake, we should have just, when she went up in the house, because she was, it wasn't no short distance. It wasn't just Walmart wasn't around the corner. We came from a whole nother like city, not city because it wasn't that far. We were about 20 minutes out of where I live, the city that I live. It wasn't around the corner. We chased her all the way from Walmart to her house, which was kind of across town. All the way to her house. And when she got out of that car, she got out of the car and I don't know what was wrong with her, but like, I don't know, she just moved like an old lady. She was super slew-footed. Like, she was shaped funny. She was heavy, not really heavy, but like the way she walked, you could tell she was like heavy. Her hair was always hella stiff. And then she tried to ask my mom, she wasn't talking to me, but she tried to ask my mom, because at the time, this is my natural hair, but at the time I was perming my hair and everything. But she tried to ask my mom on the sly after all that crap happened, what did she do to her hair, or what do you do to her hair, how do you take care of her hair? No, she had her mom ask my mom, how do you take care of her hair? She was like, Jessica's always done her own hair. Boop. You can ask me though. But anyways, like, she was just like, she was mad jealous. Like, she was super jealous for no reason, and I just never understood why she was that jealous. Like, and I still to this day don't know, but I had to show her, like, don't be trying to act that way. And then they had our parents in the back room. And of course, her parents were more like the upscale Jehovah's Witnesses. And the girl, we're going to call her Amy. The girl, she was like more, she had gave like a little part on the convention. So like whatever the fuck we said was trash compared to like it. So I was lightweight talking shit because I was frustrated because nobody felt me. Like, nobody felt me. Like, this girl has been fucking with me. I don't know why she's mad at me. She's been messing with me for I don't know how long, and I flipped. And so I felt like, dang, we already in the back room. Let's go full throttle. But yeah, so anyways, fake friends. And it also teaches you when people are getting disfellowship left and right, it teaches you that your friendships aren't valuable. You know what I mean? Like, these people aren't valuable to you because the moment that they no longer have the same mindset as you, it's over. Like, so you have to always keep that in mind. Like, it didn't happen like on a regular basis, like every week or every month or anything like that. But over time, when you do see people get disfellowshipped and then you just have to drop them, like, I think that really has a lot to do with how I can just drop people to this day. Like friendships. I mean, there are some friendships, of course, in the past that I needed to drop. But then, like, as I get older, you know, like, sometimes I was just dropping people because I'm just like, you know what? No, I'm irritated with you. Like, we won't even have to be friends. Like, I don't even care. Like, and that's not cool. You know, like, it's like I have no emotional tie to people, and I'm like, dang, am I the fake friend? Because, like, I really don't care, like, if we're friends or not. I mean, you like hanging with people, and of course, I'm my best friend, but you shouldn't, like, people aren't disposable. They teach you that these people are disposable the moment that they have a different thought than you. And still, I'm 38. I'll be 40 soon, and I'm still learning how to be a better friend. I have learned to be a better friend, but I'm the brutally honest friend as well too. And some people don't like that. And if you're gonna be around me, I'm not gonna do the fake, fraudulent stupidity. I'm not gonna do any of that. You're not gonna drain me of my energy as far as that goes. So. But I do, you know, I do look back on some friendships like, I didn't have to drop her like that. Like, I didn't have to do because, you know what I mean? But it's cool though. You live and you learn. And I just realized that maybe like the last year around this time, I noticed, like, girl, because my mom had told me, she was like, you can just drop people at the drop of a hat, huh? I was like, yep, family, friends, really doesn't matter. The only people I can't drop like that are, like, of course, my kids, my husband, you know. And that's another thing, like, these friendships that these Jehovah's Witnesses portray, I can't teach my kids. I teach my kids to have unconditional friendships. Like, don't be with those friends that want to talk or crack jokes about you in front of other people, or they're cool when you're by themselves, but then when they get around other people, they start acting different, start trying to embarrass you or leave you by yourself. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you why am I going to teach my kids that, but then also tell them, oh, if your friends, that's subtly telling them, if your friends have any different beliefs than you, that's not your friend. That's what makes us friends. Like, you might be able to school me on something, I might be able to school you on something. Like, it's okay to be different than each other. That's how you learn. If we're all freaking robots and we're all following each other, you know, doing the same thing, that's boring. And we're not going to have any enlightenment because everybody's thinking the same way. Like, no, I don't want those kind of friendships. So how can you teach your friend to be a good, your kid to be a good friend and have unconditional friendships when you're telling them to drop their friend when they're disfellowshipped? Like, what if your kid grows up with this kid, like, from 3 years old or something, and then they get 16, 17, do some normal teenage stuff, and then their best friend is disfellowshipped, and they're just expected to shut, like, no, this isn't what we're gonna do. This isn't what we're gonna do. Like, if Jehovah's Witnesses would just stop for a minute, like, their friendships are so whack. Like, I don't want to be around that. I don't want to be around fake friendships now outside of a religion. So why would I join a religion just to be fake with people? That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts. So yeah, that was what I had to say about fake friends and the JW. They are the kings and queens of fake friendships, love bombing, and all of a sudden they just drop you. Could you imagine studying with somebody for like a year, and like you're a single mom, you're struggling, they get you to depend on them, they're giving you rides, places, you depend on them, right? And then maybe somebody else shows you something, or you come across something and you just bring it to them like, hey, I was looking at this. Did you ever think that maybe this isn't right, or that this isn't, did you know that this happened? And then they just drop you. Could you imagine the mindset that will put you in? Like, and I think maybe that's why I never got baptized. I knew that I couldn't handle that. I couldn't handle that. Like, and then my mom's like, she's a super Jehovah's Witness. Like, she's a super Jehovah's Witness. So she definitely would not be talking to me. Absolutely not. She wouldn't be talking to me at all. So yeah, just something to kind of think about. Fake friends. You can't raise your kids to treat people that way. That's not. You're raising your kids to think people are disposable, because that's what the organization thinks about you. You're disposable. It doesn't matter. Friendships. You guys don't need friendships. Like, all this is going to be over. You don't need any of that. Like, that's how they try to get you to think. Like, none of this matters. Okay, maybe that's how you feel. I don't want to live my life like nothing matters, okay? I don't want to slave to you until I'm gone. I don't want these fake friendships with these people. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to teach my kids to live like that. And there's nothing on this planet that can make me stop talking to my children. That's crazy. I created them. I brought those souls into this universe and wrapped flesh around them in my womb. There's nothing that can destroy that. So I'm not going to teach my kids. Like, no. I'm not going to not talk to them. I couldn't even imagine not talking to them or just looking at my phone like I saw that little, I think it was John Cedars, and he was showing that video of the disfellowshipped girl, and she's like, I know my parents wanted to speak to me, but if they had just given me the comfort for 5 seconds, then maybe and I'm just like, what? No, that's your mom. Like, what if you were dead? Like, what if you were running from like a serial killer or something? Like, I couldn't live with myself knowing that my daughter is, or my kid or something is calling me, but this religion is over me, telling me that I can't talk to my kid, and then something happens to my kid and I can't talk to my kid no more. Like, no. And then the next video, I think we're gonna do the next video on New Light, because New Light, I thank God, and I knock on wood, that I never have to deal with the Jehovah's Witnesses as far as medical things go. Oh, and also too, Christy Ann, she's also an ex-JW person. She's on YouTube. She actually left something on her community wall stating that we need to go over our doctor's records again, because we might still be having no blood in our doctor's charts. So yeah, I need to do that. Like, I need to do that ASAP. Actually, I just reminded myself. But yeah, we go over your doctor's information, and just make sure that that's not still in there, because if anything happens to you and you're unconscious and you have to go to the to the hospital, and you need a blood transfusion, or they need to do anything, and they open up your file and it says no blood, so go over that. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about fake friends. The next video is going to be about New Light. And New Light needs to be touched on too, because that's another way of just like making people feel like they're disposable. You don't matter. You don't have a soul. It doesn't matter. Just, you'll be a martyr for Jehovah. Like, no, we're not doing that. But anyways, this is Jessica Ma'at with Libra Scales TV. I will see you next time, you guys. Bye.